said, okay, let me see what you have, what your pictures look like. So I let him see my pictures, and he looks at them, and he takes out four pieces of paper and starts moving around the image. And he's what I'd learned that day. What he was doing was cropping. So
Oh,
as he
okay.
would crop a picture, he had left an aperture. And so he said, "Come, take a look." And I went, and I was amazed at a great picture. I said, "Wow, that's a great picture." He said, "Yeah, but you didn't know it, because had you known it, you would have zeroed in on this, and you would have excluded these other things that compete with it." And I said, "Wow,
Mm.
okay, what's another picture?" So we went through maybe 15. We must have talked for about an hour just going through, and I realized this is the teacher I need. This is the teacher I've been looking for. So I say to him, "Well, can I go try a practice assignment to see if I'm learning what you're telling me?" He says, "Sure." I said, "Okay, well, I'll be back in a few days because I have to process the film." Because as a student, I didn't have much money, so I couldn't buy fresh packs of film. What I would buy was a 100-foot roll and roll my own film,
Oh,
tear
okay.
it up and roll some more. And he said, "Here, take some film." He gave me fresh packs of film. I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Okay, well, I have to get it processed." He said, "No, no, don't wait. Just bring it back tomorrow. We'll process it here and we'll go through it." And that's what I did. And that's when I found out that he wasn't interested in seeing, photographers like to make prints to make big, whatever, to show you what they do.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to see prints. I only want to see the contact sheets because I want to see how you develop a thought. So there again, it told me that I finally found someone who knew how to approach photography in a very cerebral way. And during that whole summer, I learned from him essentially what one would learn to call as visual linguistics.
Okay.
So that's when I tell people when they ask me about me taking pictures, and I correct them. I don't take pictures. I
Okay.
make pictures because of my training. It's a whole different approach.
There's a whole.
So,
I'm sorry. So
well,
there's a whole thought and a whole science behind taking a picture. It's just not take. You're not just taking a picture of an event or of something that is happening in the world. It is a whole thought process behind it, and there are elements in the picture that an average person is not thinking about when they see a picture. But as a photographer, you learn these things.
that's my approach. That's how I was trained.
Mm.
I'm always, one of the things that Mr. Rothstein said to me when we were talking, he said, "Well, what is it you want to say with the camera?" And that's a very important question to ask any photographer. Well, what is it you want to say? So what's on your mind? How do you feel about stuff? Okay, but then now translate that into find a way to translate that into an image. Um, I've learned that I have another thing is what is my mission? And that was something I had to figure out that summer because you had to say, well, why am I carrying this camera around? Well, what is this for? People carry a camera around for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
But I was interested, I'd always been interested in trying to change using the camera to one, respect and appreciate the things that I think are worthy and important. And two, to use that image to change people's perception about my people, to show that we're the fullness of our worth,
Hmm.
and to not only to our neighbors but also to ourselves. We need people who are battered and oppressed. Uh, need we all can benefit from reinforcement, positive reinforcement. We're very good at negative reinforcement, but
Yes.
positive reinforcement is something else that we don't see that often. But making an image of it makes it easier to digest and give people a picture of what it looks like. But we deserve it, and so my images are for the love of our people, The faith in our ability, those of us who have the ability to for discipline and mission oriented, to encourage them to keep doing that, to keep plugging. We need that. Those of us who have the desire for excellence, to keep plugging. We need that. Those of us who run across obstacles every day that tries to shoot down our self-esteem, we need that. And so I'm not the only one who do this. I mean, I thought Chet Ebony did a very good job, but somehow, and it doesn't matter who else, because we need hundreds of people on the front line. The job is too big for any one person. But as one person, I try to do as much as I can.